You saw the other day where a massive tanker, this was bigger than 2 million barrels, a massive tanker was trying to run it, and the young captain of the ship from Annapolis, these guys are like central casting. You could move them to Hollywood right now, they'd be movie stars. But you saw him saying, we have guns trained on your ship. Turn your ship around.
President Trump there praising the U.S. Navy's blockade of Iranian ports. CENTCOM video released this week showing that blockade in action, with U.S. forces boarding a tanker that was trying to escape the blockade and sail past them. As Alex Hogan reported earlier, CENTCOM says 48 ships have been redirected over the last 20 days. Let's bring in Miad Maleki. He is a former senior sanctions strategist and a senior fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. Miad, welcome, first of all. Are the sanctions and the blockade, are they working?
Thanks for having me. Of course they're working. I mean, it's now, we're at the point that we have a level of leverage with this terrorist regime that we've never had since 1979, both economically and politically. They're weakened, their military is degraded significantly. This is the first time that you have Department of War and Department of Treasury together, again, putting a pressure on this regime that it has never felt since 1979, or maybe the last time they had such pressure was during Iran-Iraq war in the 80s.
I believe it was our Alex Hogan who suggested that the Iranians have a high tolerance for pain. You think they can continue to tolerate what's going on, what the U.S. is imposing on them?
They do have, it's a dictatorship, so they don't care as much about their public opinion that we do here. So they can probably absorb a lot of pressure economically. Now, what's different now is that they have limited number of days before they have to deal with, storage of oil, capacity. Gasoline shortage is something they're going to have to deal with. They have shut down their internet for now over 50 days out of fear of domestic uprising. And they're losing about $50 million a day just because of that internet shutdown, and about $435 million a day because of the blockade. And, they're not able to import and export. So, they might be able to continue in a matter of days and weeks, but I don't think they can continue to stay in this kind of situation, more than a month or two. They're really, look, January, they had to kill over 40,000 protesters to calm things down, and that was a result of their failing economy, the economy that has fully collapsed. Now things are way worse for them after the war. So, blockade is a completely different story for the regime right now.
So much of the economic activity in Iran is essentially owned by the Republican Guard. We have figures from your group, the Foundation, that says $435 million a day is the estimated cost, as you said. If that is if those losses are being essentially absorbed by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, that's great. But it's also affecting the Iranian people, is it not?
It is affecting the Iranian people, unfortunately. The Iranian people has been probably the main victims of this regime, and now the global economy. But here's my take on this. I would say that the effect of Strait of Hormuz, closure of the Strait of Hormuz, and the current situation on global economy is really a delayed invoice for the past appeasements that the Iranian regime received from previous U.S. administrations and the European leaders. Years of empowering this regime, legitimizing this regime, and President Trump is now dealing with it, really trying to put an end to this nightmare of this regime that, again, the Iranian people have been paying for 47 years now, and the global economy is now taking a hit for it. But I think the past appeasement that this regime received from previous administrations here in the U.S. and European allies should be blamed more than anyone else.
All right. Miad Maleki, good to talk to you. Thanks very much.
Thanks, sir.
All right, thanks for watching. Check out my new podcast, Hanging Out with me, Sean Hannity. The big interviews, the debates you won't get anywhere else. Like and subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.